Next up, we've got, we'll just keep the speakers rolling for right now. James Wallace is here. James, he's an engineer. He works here in town, not on the trains, right? One of those construction engineer guys. Okay. And like any good Canadian, he's a curler. And a member of the Barrie Curling Club, and also a member of Fair Vote Canada. James Wallace, everybody.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, everybody. First thing I'd like to do is I'd really like to thank Terry over here for organizing this. Thank you very much, Terry. And also, thank you, everybody here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for caring. Thank you for caring enough about the fact that our government is trying to stifle debate and prevent information from being shared. Thank you for being here so that you can show your displeasure. Myself, I believe that governments should be accountable. Governments should be transparent in their dealings. And most importantly, they should be honest with us. My name is James Wallace, and I'm here on behalf of Fair Vote Canada. I've been asked to speak a little bit about what's going on with the Senate right now, but I want you to know that my passion is election reform. So I'm going to talk about that as well. But I'll start with the Senate. I don't know about you, but I've heard Stephen Harper a couple of times say that the Senate is holding up his legislation. It's holding up his crime bills. Well, I did a little bit of research. There's over 20 tough on crime bills that are being debated right now. Or sorry, no, they're not being debated anymore. Those bills, there are two, only two, that have been passed by the Senate. There is one that the Senate amended and then sent back to the House of Commons, and the rest were still being debated. The rest were still in the House of Commons. They were still being debated by Parliament. They're not being held up by the Senate. They're being held up by a Prime Minister who decided to prorogue. Those bills have to be reintroduced now. They have to be started over from scratch. And you know what? This is the second time he's canceled his own bills. The Senate is not holding anything up. The Senate is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Stephen Harper is holding up his own legislation. Now, I'm here on behalf of Fair Vote Canada, and I wanted to talk a little bit about our election system. We have an election system that is a little dated, in my opinion. We use an election system that was designed over 150 years ago at a time when there was only two parties, you only had two choices, and it took over a week for all the ridings from Vancouver, the ridings from the territories to report to Ottawa. Well, the last time I was at the ballot poll, the last time I looked at my ballot, I'm sure you noticed this too when you looked at your ballot, there was what? 7, 10, 12 choices that we have now. We have a multi-party system, but we're still using a system that was designed for just two parties. That creates a bias. It's very unfair. It's advantageous for certain parties, and it's a huge hindrance for the rest. If you're interested, if you want to know a little bit more about election systems used around the world, we have a wonderful website, www.fairvote.ca. Check it out. Or if you want, you can talk to me. You can talk to my friend Eleanor, who's out here somewhere. Oh, she's over here now. Eleanor and Larry. Eleanor has been great at keeping the Fair Vote movement alive here in Barrie for the last couple of years. And once you've done a little bit of research, if you think that election reform is important, please write to your federal MP, tell him or her that election reform is important. Write to your provincial MPP, tell him or her that it's important to you. Write letters, editor of the newspaper, write to your TV stations, write to your radio. By yourself with just one voice, but if you look here today, when we all speak together, that voice becomes very loud. And there are people today who are listening to us. Thank you.
Thanks, James.